After I posted my first videos about my remote train control program, I had a few emails from other modelers asking about conventional mode of operation. I hadn't put that in my first version of the program, but I've taken a cut at that now, and I wanted to show you it here. We start the program. We press connect again to connect up to the TIU. I added two new buttons called var 1 and var 2 for the two variable channels on the TIU. I press the var 1 button. This is the track control screen, which will control variable channel 1 on the TIU. You set the speed with the slider. Of course, here though the speed is not really speed, it's really voltage. And it's actually not really voltage, but it's really just a percentage of the maximum voltage being applied to the input of the TIU. So even though it says 12 volts here, it may in fact only be half of what is being input on the input side of the TIU. Whistle button, pressing the whistle, releasing it. The bell button is a toggle. You press it once, the bell starts. You press it again, the bell stops. Front coupler, rear coupler. Here's the direction button. 0 volts button, which basically stops the train by setting the voltage to 0. You can run passenger freight announcements. And you also have these optional features that are also found in the TIU, or found in the remote. Set the start voltage, which will set you to the selected start voltage, which is selected in this slider. Toggle speed control, turns the speed control off and on. Toggle direction lock, turns the direction lock off and on. Feature reset will do a feature reset of the engine. PS1 startup sets the voltage at maximum for a few seconds and then returns it to a lower voltage. I modeled that on what the remote does. I don't have any PS1 engines to actually try this on. Since there are two variable channels, you can bring up second variable channel. So here's variable channel 1, variable channel 2. You can be controlling those on the screen at the same time. If you have DCS controlled engines on the other channel, on the fixed channels, you can still select the engine number, press the startup button, and you can then be controlling your variable channels as well as engines on your fixed channels. So you probably could hear that engine start up in the background. We'll shut that one down. When you're done, you can close the variable channels, disconnect from the TIU, and exit from the program.